Hey guys, welcome to today's video. This week I'm going to be reading only romance books for a week. So it's just going to be a little reading vlog. I have already started one of the books. It's a new release. There might be several new releases in this. I don't know how many books I'm going to get to. At least 3 books. I think we're going to read at least 3. I have so many books on my TBR. I just started Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. I'm only 40 pages in, so I'm really excited about this one. So far, it's we've only just set up like how the two main characters know each other. Again, this is one of her scientist chemistry romances. I don't know what you want, STEM romances. That's the word. Where the main character, Rue, is a biotech engineer, where she's basically working on this project that makes fruit stay fresh for a longer period of time. I don't know how to word it, but that's the gist of what she does. And she just found out that her company is being put on, bought out on a loan or something by another company. That their main thing is that they buy companies, tech companies, and kind of flip them and make them better or something. So she's worried that she's gonna lose her job, and one of the guys that's on the board for this company that's buying her company was a guy that the previous night she almost hooked up with. So that's that's all I know right now. But I am loving the 2 main characters. I like both of them. It's dual point of view, which I love. I don't know, are all of her books dual point of view? I don't know. I don't know if this is the first one or not, but I love it. I'm living for it. So I'm really excited about this one. It feels shorter than her other books. I feel like I could definitely binge this book. So that's my plan for today. It's 12 p.m. I kind of want to go get coffee, but I also don't want to drive. I think I'm just going to start reading. Maybe get a coffee, but priority is reading. So I'll see you when I have done either of those. Okay, it's the next day, and I finished Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. I finished it all last night, stayed up late reading it, and I really liked it. It's not my favorite of all of her STEM romances, but I always enjoy her characters and her relationships, and her characters always have actual, relatable problems. They're not just, I feel like her characters aren't just written for the romance, if that makes sense. And then I picked up, I think I want to read Annabelle Monaghan's new release, because I've just been thinking about it ever since I picked it up a couple weeks ago. And it's Summer Romance. It's called Summer Romance. And I want to start this. I've only read 2 pages of it, because again, I have done nothing. I've done nothing today. It's 3 p.m. I can't make myself do anything. I don't know what it is. I just feel off. So I want to read that. So I did go to Trader Joe's, because I'll tell you, Bessie Sarah put me on this snack, and I'm sure they sell it at my local grocery store. I have to go all the way to Trader Joe's for it. But dark chocolate covered mini pretzels. I already love chocolate covered pretzels anyways. And I was in Trader Joe's a couple weeks ago before I got my hair cut, like passing time before my appointment, and I saw them and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. Sarah raves about these all the time, and I tried it, and now I think I ate them in 2 days. They're so good. And then I went last week and they didn't have any. They're out of stock, and I was so sad. So I went today hoping, because I really wanted them. I thought it would make me feel better, and I got them. And I got 2 bags. So, and then I've been wanting to get flowers from Trader Joe's for a while. Their flowers just always look so pretty. So the first one I got, I think these are hydrangeas. Yeah, they're hydrangeas, and they have these are the only blue ones they had, and I really wanted them. They reminded me of Susanna from Summer I Turned Pretty, and like she loves, these are in her garden, I'm pretty sure. So I wanted these, and I was gonna like try to get several and like make like a pretty thing, but I didn't get that many because I didn't know what to get, and I ended up getting some of these like orange tulips. I've been wanting tulips. I think tulips are my favorite flower now. Used to be roses, but now I think tulips are just so pretty. So I got these. So I need to put these in some water and some bases soon. But that's my update. I was working on my reading journal because I want to do a Summer I Turned Pretty spread in it, and I just printed them out all this morning and cut them. Well, actually I had to go to Target this morning to get printing because I tried to do it last night and we were out. So I went this morning and printed them out, cut them, and then I didn't put them in my journal yet because I don't know how exactly I want to do it. Because I think when season 3 comes out, which is another year, I think I'll probably do another spread in my next journal. So this one I am not worried about like leaving space because I won't be coming back to it, if that makes sense, because I'll already be using another journal. So I'll end up doing another one, but I feel like it would make my heart happy to make a Summer I Turned Pretty collage in my journal. So okay, so it's been several days since that last clip, and I did end up finishing Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan. I didn't film any clips of me reading this. I kind of just got distracted and really didn't even think about picking up the camera, but I really enjoyed this one. I think this is my favorite one that she's come out with so far. The main character, Allie, has gone through is going through a divorce. Her and her husband decided to get a divorce, and they have 3 kids, and she's kind of been uninspired in her work lately. She's used to her ex-husband kind of like dampening, like not putting her down, but like she's kind of like changed herself to appease him, so she doesn't even like feel like herself anymore. And I like that the new guy, not that she needed him to do it, but he kind of like inspired that spark again in her to come back to herself, I guess. And I like that he was kind of like unserious, and he was helping her through her divorce because he's a lawyer, and he kind of was just like pissing off the ex-husband. I thought that was really funny. And this is the first book from her that I've actually tabbed. Like, I felt compelled. There were some quotes that was like, wow, I need to do that. So first one, I underlined it. This one, he says, remember when I said I'd meet you at 7 and then I showed up at 7? Maybe I'm totally reliable when it comes to you. I love that. And then like some other things, like he smiles when he sees me, like I'm the thing he's been looking everywhere for. It's just so sweet. And then I did do some of like this funny where he's like almost like egging on the ex-husband or trying to get under his skin, but it's in a professional setting, so it just seems like he's being serious and kind of like a weirdo. It's so funny. It's hard to explain it out of context because I don't want to spoil anything, but it's really funny. And then this one, It's about her ex-husband. When she comes home, he kind of expects her not to be doing anything. Like, oh, she wouldn't have plans because she's Allie. So she's kind of like pissed off about that. And she's like, it never occurs to him that I just wouldn't be home. Like, he just assumes like I have nothing to do. So she says, it would just never dawn on him that I wouldn't be home right where he left me. And that made me think of Right Where You Left Me by Taylor Swift. Because it's so accurate. I really enjoyed this book. I think I've given all of her books 4.75 stars. Just because I feel like they didn't give me that 5-star feeling. But I think this one's pretty close. I think this one's closer to a 5-star than the other two. So, it's 4.75 for right now. I might think on it some more and change my mind. So, that's the next one. And I also did end up reading The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. I read it on my Kindle, and I don't know what it was about this book. I think after reading summer romance, going from this type of writing and story to this was probably the wrong move. I probably should have picked like a palette cleanser or something else to get me into a more not serious. Not that I don't think this is a serious book, but it just felt more outlandish and silly than summer romance. So I guess I kind of did that to myself. I ruined my connotations for this book. But I don't know. I think I didn't like the main character. I think she's really annoying, and in her job especially, she thinks she's entitled. And I just didn't like that about her. Like, I'm sorry that she's had like this past with like her mom dying and her ex-boyfriend, but like she didn't have to act the way she did sometimes. And she was very, I guess to other people, she expected them to treat her with respect when she didn't show it back. I don't know, there's something about her, the main character Hannah, who is the bodyguard in this. If you didn't know, it's about the main character Hannah, who's assigned to be a famous actor's bodyguard. Because his stalker is kind of being stalker-ish. And so she's assigned to that, and she ends up, he didn't want his parents to know, or his mom, because his mom is sick. He didn't want her to know that he needed a bodyguard. He didn't want to worry her, so she ended up pretending to be his girlfriend. So there's fake dating, but I don't know. I think I just couldn't get past the main character and her. I feel like she's a bodyguard, and her job is to like protect these people that she's protecting, but to do that you have to be selfless. But I feel like she's pretty selfish to have this job. I don't know. Don't come at me. I think it was just a me problem. If you really like this book, I can see why. I think I just read it at the wrong time. And now it's like has a negative connotation in my head. So there's that. So now I was trying to pick the next romance. I want to read a couple more since I didn't really film reading any of those. So I did start Ellen Hilderbrand's The 5-Star Weekend, even though this is not technically a romance, it's just fiction. But I think it has some like romance subplots, and I got about 70 pages in, and I'm just not, again, I don't think I'm in the mood for it. Like, I really want to read it, and I've never read one of her books before, so that's why I want, to get into them. But I'm just not feeling the story. Like, I don't care right now. And I feel like there's some, I don't know. I think it's because of the summer I'm only in like romance moods. So it's like taking me a long time to get through this. So then I started a mystery last night. So this is like not even reading romance anymore, which is what this whole video is supposed to be, reading only romance for a week. It's definitely been more than a week, so it's just a romance reading vlog. But I started, because I was like, I need something else besides romance to get me back into romance, if that makes sense. So I started A Talent for Murder by Peter Swanson, and this one's about this girl, the main character. She's a librarian who hasn't been married to her husband for very long, but they kind of didn't really know each other well. You know, they didn't know each other long enough really for her to have said yes when he asked, but she did. So they're married. She still feels like he's a stranger. He's a salesman, goes to these conventions and sells, like, he goes to education, like teacher conferences, and he sells to teachers, like, he has math related things like shirts and gadgets and all that stuff. And she is now suspecting that he's a murderer, because one day he comes back from his trip with blood on his shirt. Well, you know, he could have done something. So she's looking up like all these conferences that he's gone to, and every single conference that he's gone to, a woman has been found dead somehow near all of these conventions that he's gone to. So she's enlisted the help of her friend, which I was looking it up last night. This is number 3 in like a standalone series. So there's a character from 2 other books I think that he has. I don't remember what they're called, but there are other books where this girl kind of solves mysteries and stuff. So she's called her because they were friends and helped her, and she helped her out of a sketchy situation in college, I think, with an abusive guy. So she called her old friend up and is like, I think my husband's a murderer, can you help me? And she's like, sure. So that's what this one's about. And then I also started Love Unwritten. I started that on my Kindle last night. So I'm just all over the place reading. I kind of think I should try and finish this today so I can get back into the romance books for this video. So I'm going to finish this, and then I'll be back with the next romance book that I'm going to be reading. Okay, it's a little while later. It's a couple hours later, and I did finish A Talent for Murder. And I'm not going to speak about it too much in this one because I was supposed to be just reading romance in this video. I'll talk about it more in my reading wrap up at the end of the month, but I ended up giving it 2 stars. It was just not my favorite type of mystery to read. So that's all I'm going to say about it. But I just checked the mail and I got a package. I ordered a charm necklace from this place called Our Spare Change. This card in here with their stuff, and then on the back has a note about their jewelry, and then a made for you section, and then they write their name, like who made it for you. That is so cute. It's a nice little touch. So it comes in this little bag. Let's see. Hopefully it's cute. I mean, I liked the charms that I picked out. So I got, wait, let me just take it off of this. It's actually really cute. Oh, it's so cute. I like the little chain. I wanted the chain to be a little bit thicker, but not like too crazy. And I think this is actually like the thinnest chain option. But I got a little bow, so that was really cute. I got this like pearl seashell because it's summery. I got this strawberry because I love strawberries, and then this heart that also is kind of like has the same pearl design as the shell, so it kind of matched. And then I got a butterfly because I thought it was cute, and it reminds me of Harry Styles. So, oh, that's so cute. I'm so excited to put this on. So thank you, Kat at Spare Change, for making this for me. It's so cute. Let me try it on and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like on. It's so cute. I took off my other necklace so I could see it better. And this is definitely not one that I think that I'll sleep in or like shower in. I normally always, like, I never take off my jewelry. Like, I have this Ana Luisa bracelet. I have the other necklace I was wearing was Ana Luisa. Same with the earrings. Do not tarnish. I sleep and shower with them on, never take them off. But this is not one I think that I want to sleep in anyway, or even shower in, which is fine, it doesn't matter. But I love it. I'm obsessed. So cute. So now we need to pick out the next romance book. So let's go to my TBR cart. Okay, I'm 50 pages into The Rom-Commers by Catherine Center, and I'm enjoying it so much more than The Bodyguard. I don't know if it's because it's her most recent one and her writing's improved. I don't even know when The Bodyguard came out, but it seems way more up my alley than The Bodyguard. So I think this one has potential. And I think I'm going to stick with this one and keep reading. So that's the only update I have, is that I'm 50 pages in and I'm enjoying it so far. See you guys when I have some more updates. Okay, it's the next morning and excuse my hair, I just got out of bed, but I finished The Rom-Commers last night by Catherine Center, and if that doesn't tell you how much I like this book, then I don't know what will. If I read this all in one day, especially after not enjoying The Bodyguard so much, but this one just felt like, I don't even know like when The Bodyguard came out, but the writing just feels like drastically better, or maybe I don't know if it's like it shows just the plot and like the characters, but this one just, the characters had so much more depth and were so much more relatable and just easier to connect with. I love Charlie, I love Emma. There were a couple of times that I wanted to like tab something or annotate something, but I didn't have like my stuff with me because I was in bed. So I might like go back through this later and like tab some of the quotes because they were just so good. And after I finished it last night, I was thinking in bed, I was like, I feel like this is a 5-star for me. Like at the end, like I got that feeling. So I think I'm gonna give this 5 stars, which I was not expecting at all because, well, I told you how The Bodyguard went. And you do get a little cameo from Jack and Hannah from The Bodyguard in here, which I think is always cool when authors do that, like have cameos from their other characters from other books. I think that's always fun. But I loved this book, and I love the cover of it. I love another thing that made me another one of the things I wanted to like annotate was her talking about her hair, because Emma, the main character, has curly red hair, and I felt so seen when she would talk about her hair. Like the curly hair girls will understand the pain. So I love that about her. I mean, that's just something really small, but yeah. And I loved the sprayed edges. I love the inside of the leaves and how it kind of connects to something in the book. Yeah, I loved it. And then after that, I still wasn't really tired, but I also went to bed like kind of early. I think I got in bed at like 9. But I continued reading Love Unwritten on my Kindle, and I got to chapter 14, page 122. And this book is big. It's bigger than Love Redesigned. Like, look how thick this book is. And normally, like, because of the size of these books, I love the size and like how like short, like this way it is. But it's also thick and I just don't like holding it. Like, pages in Kindle don't correlate to the book. Because in the book, I'm actually only on page 112. Anyway, I think I did like Love Redesigned. It was my first Thorn Asher book. I think I might like this one more just because I like the type of trope it is, which is single grumpy dad and nanny for his kid. And his kid is so cute. I love Nico. I love him so much. Oh, there's something on the side of this. But I also love this cover. It's so pretty. I didn't read the dedication in the Kindle, but it says, "To those who see themselves as broken, I hope you find someone who admires your scars for what they are, a sign of your struggle and a testament to your strength." That's really sweet. So, I'm gonna keep reading this one, I think, today. And maybe I'll go back in to the 5-star weekend. I'm not really sure. I know it's not really a romance, but because I've gotten, almost 100 pages in, I really don't want to like DNF it, because I do want to read it. But it might have just been like the wrong time, and I feel like I'm more of in a romance rom-com-y mood rather than just general fiction with slight hints of romance. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep reading Love Redesigned, probably on my Kindle, and then drink my coffee and I'll be back when I've made further progress. I finished Love Unwritten a few minutes ago. I was actually watching the Eras Tour live stream in London while I was finishing this, because I thought she was going to announce Reputation, but I was wrong. But she did bring Gracie out to sing Us, and Travis came on stage after The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived and picked her up and carried her to the couch. He was dressed as one of her backup dancers, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. Anyway, so still waiting for Reputation, but I did finish Love Unwritten, and I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I enjoyed Raphael and Ellie's story more than Dahlia and Julian's. And I also love Nico. I think I knew I was gonna like this one more than Love Redesigned, just because I liked the specific tropes in this one more. Like, Nico is so sweet. I want to protect him at all costs. And for it being like a longer book, like, you can see how thick it is. It doesn't feel like it's dragged out or anything, so it goes by pretty fast. But I think those are gonna be, I think I'm gonna end the video here, because I read Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood, The Rom-Commers by Catherine Center, and Love Unwritten by, obviously, Thorn Asher. And they were all new releases, so that's fun. And they were all new releases this month. If you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up, comment if you want to, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!